The desert wind howled through the cracked stone walls of the forgotten prison, carrying dust and memories of lost souls. Behind a set of rusted iron bars sat a man, whose presence seemed carved from the earth itself. Broad shoulders, muscles hardened like desert rock, long black hair tangled and matted from years of solitude. His eyes, dark and burning with unspoken storms, stared out through the corroded bars at the one figure who dared to come close. A woman with golden hair that caught the sunlight like a flame against the sand. She knelt in the dust, her beige dress stained with the color of the desert, her trembling hands clutching the fabric, near her heart as though it could keep her from breaking apart. He didn't move, but his silence roared louder than any words could. Years had passed since he had last seen her, or anyone who looked at him with something other than hate or fear. The golden light painted them both in fire, and for a moment, time stopped between the chains and the wind. "Why did you come back?" His voice finally broke the stillness, low and heavy, as if pulled from the depths of a forgotten world. Her eyes glistened, tears refusing to fall. "Because I had to see you," she whispered. "Because I couldn't let your story end in this cage." He laughed once, bitterly, painfully, the kind of laugh that sounded more like a wound opening. "My story ended long before these bars were built." "No," she said, shaking her head, crawling a little closer, the sand biting her knees. "It's not over until you say it's over. You weren't born for this place. You were born to fight, to rise, to make the world remember your name." The man's gaze softened, just for a heartbeat. Memories flickered, of blood and betrayal, of promises whispered under the same desert sun years ago. She was there then too. And even now, when the world had turned to dust around them, she was the only light that reached through the bars. He turned his head away, the chains rattling softly. "You think a man like me can rise again? You think the world forgives monsters?" She leaned forward, her voice trembling but strong. "I don't believe in monsters. I believe in broken hearts that forgot how to hope." The silence that followed was deep, like the pause between thunder and rain. Outside, the horizon bled gold and red as the sun began to sink. The prison stood in shadows, but inside that cell, something began to stir. Not just a memory, but a spark. The woman slowly reached into her belt, pulling out a small silver pendant, the same one she had given him before he was taken away. "I kept this," she said softly, "because I knew one day you'd need to remember who you really are." He stared at the pendant, and for the first time in years, his heart thudded with something that felt like pain and life. He reached through the bars, his rough fingers brushing hers, their touch igniting 1,000 ghosts between them. The camera could have captured it like a painting, the beast and the angel, the prisoner and the believer, the dying sun wrapping them in its final golden blessing. "Then tell me," he whispered, voice shaking, "if there's still a way out." "What do I have to do?" Her eyes lifted to meet his, glowing with a strange, fierce hope. "You have to fight for it. For your freedom. For the man you used to be. And when you do, the world will listen." The last light of day flickered across his face, catching in the tears he didn't mean to shed. The desert grew quiet again, but something deep within those rusted bars had awakened. And as the scene faded into the burning horizon, a voice, calm yet powerful, echoed to the viewers. "And if you want to know how far this man will go to claim his freedom, don't forget to subscribe. The next chapter will break your heart and rebuild it."